Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we're going to be breaking down Helsreach. It follows Reclusiarch Grimaldus of the Black Templars and his squad during the Third War for Armageddon, and it's a classic, emotional, and violent project that really jumpstarted the fan animation community. This episode is brought to you by Mastermind Models and Miniatures and Hawkins & Company. Mastermind Models and Minis is an insanely talented paint studio out of Huntsville, Alabama who do commissions, so if your pile of shame is weighing you down, be sure to check them out in the description below, and be sure to tell them that we sent you. Hawkins & Company is a veteran-owned leather-making firm using the best American-made materials to create the finest handmade wallets available, coming in classic bifold, trucker, and biker builds with a variety of patterns and insignias, all made from leather sourced from one of America's last tanneries. So if your wallet is starting to show its age, buy a rugged, beautiful, American-made piece of art from Hawkins & Company and use coupon code Counterpoints for 15% off.
I am Grimaldus, Reclusiarch of the Black Templars.
Your identity is known to us.
The next time I am interrupted, I will kill one of you.
We are not to be threatened.
Neither are you to be addressed. You are nothing. Slaves, all of you. Barely above servitors. Now move aside. I have business with your mistress.
We are not to be ordered into submission. We are to remain as duty demands.
I will speak with the Princeps Majoris of Invigilata, even if I have to shout up to the cathedral itself. Reclusiarch, must we bear this foolish indignity? No. Kill them.
I wish to speak with the intruders.
Access granted.
That is what I thought you would say. Make this count, brother. Trust me.
Greetings, Astartes.
Princeps Majoris. An honor to stand in your presence.
Waste no time on pleasantries. Storm Herald waits, and soon I must walk. Speak.
I am told by one of this Titan's pilots, as an ambassador to Helsreach, that Invigilata may not walk in our defense.
This is so. I command 1/3 of this legio. The rest already walks in defense of the Hemlock Legion. Many with your brothers, the Salamanders. Do you come to petition me for my portion of mighty Invigilata?
I do not beg, Princeps. I came to see you with my own eyes and ask you face to face to fight and die with us.
But you have not yet completed your intended duty, Astartes.
Is that so?
We are not face to face. You have very kind eyes. What is your name?
Grimaldus of the Black Templars.
Now we are face to face, Grimaldus of the Black Templars. You have been bold enough to come here and honor me with your face. I am no fool. I know how rare it is for a chaplain to reveal his human features to one not of his brotherhood. Ask what you came to ask, and I will answer.
Princeps Zaha, Helsreach calls for you. Will you walk?
Invigilata will walk.
Welcome to Helsreach.
Hail, chaplain. I was born in a hive like this, you know.
It is fitting then that you'll be dying here, Zaha.
Do you say so, Sir Knight? Have you seen me today?
It is impossible not to see you, Princeps.
It's impossible to kill me as well. Remember that, Grimaldus.
Grimaldus' prejudice against the Mechanicus is obvious and comical. The Mechanicus is often referred to as an empire within an empire and has a monopoly on all the technological knowledge within the Imperium, which they jealously guard. They believe that the one true God is the Omnissiah, the sum total of knowledge within the universe, and the Emperor is a physical manifestation of that deity. The Emperor, despite being hostile to any kind of religious faith, allows the Mechanicus to continue this belief system in order to gain access to their vast fleets, transhuman technologies, and walking war machines. There are two walking war machines the Mechanicus commands and maintains, which are the Knights and Titans. Knights are piloted by a single pilot, while the Titans require an entire crew to run its weapons, shields, and movement. The largest of the Titans are the Imperator class, along with its brother, the Long-Range Warmonger. These hulking war machines stand approximately 55 meters or 182 feet tall, which for reference is the same height as the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Along with their formidable weaponry, they are able to carry a company of guardsmen or the Mechanicus warriors known as Scutari, whom Grimaldus now faces. Violating the traditions of the Invigilata battle group along with the traditions of his own order, Grimaldus is able to use his charisma to convince Princeps Zaha to walk in Helsreach's defense. This is no small matter, as Imperator Titans are known to win entire worlds by inspiring compliance through superior firepower.
Helsreach was ready. And, as night fell, the sky caught fire. The ship registers as the Purest Intent, an Astartes vessel, strike cruiser class, belonging to the Shadow Wolves. They fell at the Battle of Varadon 11 years ago. Their last companies were annihilated by the Tyrannid breed Xenos. The Black Templars were with them at the end. What is the status of Battlefleet Armageddon? Holding, but we have a greater comprehension of enemy numbers now. The 4 to 9 day estimate has been abandoned as of 30 minutes ago. This is the greatest greenskin fleet ever to face the Imperium. The fleet's casualties are approaching 1 million souls. 1 or 2 more days at best.
The crashed ship.
I suggest we hold, Reclusiarch. A handful of greenskin survivors cannot hope to survive an assault against the walls. They would be insane, even for orcs to try. Send a Titan. I am not making a jest. Send a Titan to obliterate the wreckage. Inspire the men. Give them an overwhelming victory before the true battle is even joined.
The Commissar is correct. Helsreach needs an overwhelming victory. It is time my knights took to the field.
What would be appallingly tragic in our world is common in the Warhammer 40k universe. A down-to-sturdy strike cruiser is just a footnote in this story, but is representative of the death of 1,000 Marines at the hands of Tyranids. With them goes the combat power to conquer entire star systems, which speaks to the vastness of the ebb and flow of the battles fought in the 40th millennia. The greatest orc fleet ever assembled is a huge statement, meaning that the invasion force now rivals that during the time of the War of the Beast. In order to keep guardsmen from turning their weapons on themselves, Grimaldus takes to the field to get his blood pumping for the battle to come.
This is bad comedy.
Fall back, damn it! Priamus sensed another lecture about vainglory in his future.
We will draw first blood.
Grimaldus had said to them all, as if it was something to care about, as if it would affect the final battle in any way at all.
Join me, brothers. Join me as I shake off this disgust at the stasis gripping my bones and slake my bloodthirst in holy slaughter.
These warriors who called him vainglorious were blind to the truth. He was not rash, he merely trusted in his skills to carry him through any challenge. Was that a weakness? How could it be considered so, when Priamus's deeds and glories were already rising to eclipse those of his brothers?
Priamus, leave him be. Let him hunt. He needs to stand alone for now. He needs discipline. He needs our trust. I smell fresh blood. A survivor, still bleeding. No. What did you say? I said no. They always seem so immune to pain. But no. Look into its eyes, brother. Do you see? No, brother. If there is a lesson in this, I am blind to it. Let me end it. Its existence offends me. No. Its lifespan is measured in moments. Let it die in this pain. Nero, do you see something? Yes, something. So enlighten me. It's Priamus. Isn't it always? I've lost his life signs. That cannot be. Here, among this rabble. I do not make mistakes. Reclusiarch.
Speak.
I've lost Priamus's life signs, sir.
Brothers, maintain search and destroy orders. What?
We need to be silent. I will find Primus. Greetings. Nero.
Reclusiac.
I have found Primus. Aft, deck 4. Tertiary spine corridor.
On my way. Assessment?
Some kind of force-discharging weapon. His armor is powered down, but he's still breathing.
3 minutes, Reclusiac.
Those horses. They shot me. Some kind of nerve weapon. Get away from me. Speak. I would hear your thoughts. I am not blind to your tensions of late. Duty is not always glorious. You have changed since inheriting Mordred's mantle. You are speaking foolishness. No, hear me. We have spoken, Cador, Nero, Bastilan, Primus, and myself. We must all deal with these changes, and we must all face this duty. Your darkness is spreading to the entire crusade.
Reclusiac.
Colonel Saren.
Reclusiac. Throne of the God Emperor. It's truly beginning.
Elaborate.
Battle Fleet Armageddon is in full retreat. The Astartes fleet is withdrawing alongside them. It's beginning.
Has there been any communication from the Eternal Crusader?
Yes. Shall I have the message relayed to you?
At once, Colonel.
Helsreach, this is the Crusader. We are breaking from the planet. The orbital war is lost. Hell is coming, brother.
Grimaldus allows Primus to hunt because frankly, all the Marines need to blow off some steam. As a small vengeance for the death of the Shadow Wolves, and a small sadistic exercise, he allows an orc to die in pain rather than mercy kill it. A mech boy, an orc responsible for tinkering and maintaining the technology of the orcs, uses a force-discharging weapon to take down Primus, but Primus is ultimately saved and put back into the fight. Part of humility is understanding your limits, and Primus should learn that just because he is talented does not mean he is invulnerable. Which brings us to the end for now. If you like my breakdowns, like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you can see whenever new content drops. Comment down below and feel free to fight it out in the comments section over lore and narrative interpretations. If you can't think of anything to say, then type in comment for the comment gods. I'll salute you in real life with an Aquila, but I will reply with an 07 in the comments section, saluting you for your service. Become a YouTube or Patreon member to help support the channel, or check out our sponsors. I appreciate you. I'll catch you in the next one. Until the end.